eating versus fueling, nutrition truly is a tool. And when it's used appropriately, it can be very, very effective, right? So if we think in terms of what we do with our home or our house and we're remodeling things, right? There's certain things that a screwdriver or a hammer would do that a vice grips couldn't. So nutrition is very effective in the sense that sometimes we need more carbohydrates, sometimes we need more fiber, sometimes we need greater protein. So everything, a tool, right, is always very useful. And we have multiple tools for our toolbox, but it's really important that we eat and train and fuel a specific way in order for that tool to be truly effective and worthwhile. So it's a tool for good health. It's used to treat, manage chronic acute illnesses, diseases. It can help you manage your body weight, illness, disease, especially right now with what we're facing. We know how important nutrition is now more than ever, and some of the foods that we're putting in our body can truly influence how we're feeling, our disease, and truly our longevity. So I just want to illustrate there's a difference between eating versus fueling. So when we talk about young athletes, they eat first for health. They have bones, tissues, they need good nutrition, just the basics for proper maturation and growth and development for their bones, right? So they don't have stress fractures. And then you take it a step further and you have fueling. So fueling is the next level, right? That's fueling that physical activity in addition to that general nutrition. Generally, young athletes, young adults, they need anywhere from 2,400 to 3,000 calories per day, depending upon a slew of parameters and modalities. But the fact of the matter is that if we aren't eating our full meals consistently throughout the day, and that's based on the My Plate that I'll talk about, that is going to put us at risk for, not meeting our eating needs versus our fueling. So fueling is just an additional step further. So really enhancing athletic performance, recovery, decreasing risk of injury, right? Because the further that you push yourself from a physical standpoint, the bones. And again, if you haven't eaten sufficient calcium, that's going to put you at greater risk for stress fractures, and no athlete wants to be sidelined. So there's truly a difference, right? Eating versus fueling. So just really empowering athletes to really take that next step and say, hey, what I put in my body matters. It matters not just for my tissues and my bone health, but also for my athletic performance. So that's something that I've been really promoting. Nutrition is your secret weapon. I work with a lot of young soccer players and hockey athletes that, again, they're really, really good and very good at a young age, and they perform at a high level. So what are they going to do, right? Everybody's good when you get into college, but what are you going to do that's going to set you aside from your competition? It can make you good or it can make you great. And truly that choice is up to you. And I understand, again, when we get into some of the food security and food access things, that changes things. But for the most part, I've been blessed to work with a lot of great young athletes, and their parents are in a great financial state that they can support their training. They can support the trips to Canada. They can support choosing high quality protein sources that may be a little bit more costly for others. So that's truly that opportunity to say, I want to make sure that I get in my breakfast. I want to have a high quality protein, a good fruit, vegetable, all those things. So I really get passionate about that because, again, the fundamentals have to be taken care of first.